So, recently I've developed beef with Disney Channel because I feel like they've robbed me of just experiencing life in the moment. I need to calm down. I'm actually on the way to watch the sunset at the Getty Museum. So I'm gonna tell you about my beef with Disney as we go. But first of all, it's a bit too close, so I'm gonna move you back. Okay.
Welcome to episode 1 of this YouTube channel series where I will be addressing certain people that I identify with, and today is for the people who have let Disney Channel convince them that fairy tales actually happen in real life. Dear Daydreamers, this one is for you besties.
I feel like I should show you outside, but I'm just going to the freeway. Okay, I'll show you the freeway. Are you perceiving me? Don't perceive me. As I was saying, I lost an earring. It wasn't any regular pair of earrings. It was the pair of earrings that my mother wore the night she met my dad. And she gave them to me like a keepsake, you know, things that you pass on to your daughter and then your daughter passes on to her daughter. And like the Disney original movie girly that I am, I actually fantasized about giving those earrings to my daughter, but I also fantasized about meeting my own husband in those earrings. I must admit, there were days where I'd wear it and I'd be like,
to be
OMG, is this man my husband because he's in love with me?
You know? And looking back, that's kind of ridiculous.
Kind of. Nah, sis, that's very ridiculous. Because yes, I'd love a meet cute, but I can't think that every man I meet that's cute is my husband. Surely that's a disease of some sort, like clown syndrome, I don't know. But let me tell you guys how I actually lost these earrings. It was another day that the Lord had made. I rejoiced and was glad in it. But I was also running very late for my appointment, so I got up, I prayed, showered, dressed, put on my earrings because you never know who you're gonna meet, and I rushed out the door. Now, because I was so late, I made a decision to trade my Legady's Benz here for an electric scooter once I got outside. And you know, on those things you can really get some speed, so I was on my Michael Schooms, I was on my Tokyo Drift, because I was not paying anybody's late fee. Now, unbeknownst to me, while I'm whizzing through the streets, there comes a point where the wind carries the earring out of my earlobe and it literally goes flying off to the ground, but I didn't notice because I was on my Zoom. So I just kept going, you know, like wee, wee. And it was when I reached my destination that I realized my cute wooden earrings with a heart carved out for love to bloom in my life was missing. And in that moment, I'm like, God is merciful. I'll retrace my steps and find it. Guys, tell me why I retraced my steps to the road. And I'm like, I know that's not what I think it is. And it was my earrings broken. Hard guy. But I didn't realize how much of an attachment I had to those earrings until I started deeping life and tearing up. Anywho, as the montage reel of the days I wore the earrings started playing in my head, I realized the attachment I had wasn't to the earrings itself, but it was to the unhealthy daydream that I created around them. A future I had once hoped for all of a sudden could never happen now, at least not exactly how I pictured it. Now, I love romance more than the average person, so maybe growing up and watching Disney Channel and all those meet cutes convinced me that I was justified in my daydream. But if I may borrow from Paul the Apostle,
awake, O sleeper.
Don't live with your head in the clouds, waiting to wish upon a star, that you let real moments and real connections slip through your hands here on earth. Dear Daydreamers, please keep using your imagination. That's not what I'm saying. But use it to create things that would help others, not to create expectations that would trap you in a cycle of disappointment. Now, when I was narrating this story to my friend Viv, She said, it's a lesson better learned earlier because as much as I blame Disney for the daydreams, they were a conscious choice that I made and I have to take responsibility for that. She also said she knows how creative God made me, so she's very sure I wouldn't just hold on to a broken piece of jewelry and not turn it into something else. Can somebody say upcycle? Okay, so shall we make some lemonade out of this broken earring lemon? And speaking of making lemonade out of lemons, child, I got to the Getty and a very kind security guard basically just told me to go home. But I was so determined, so I drove up a different hill, hoping to see the sunset from a different perspective.
You guys, I missed the sunset from the Getty. I was a bit too late, but you can kind of see it behind the mountain, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna go back into the car.
Long day and even longer story, but in conclusion, don't let your daydreams set you up for a life of dissatisfaction. Anywho, that's it from me. Love and light. Make sure to comment and like. Bye.